People ask me all the time what I mix total iso at. Honestly, I mix it with everything. Water, egg whites,
What the f, Jay?
Capone, Daisy.
Jay, seriously? Don't.
All right, so we're back, and I'm gonna blame Dave for this because Dave's away more than I am. So, you guys have been following along the channel. We featured a lot of cool videos, you know, through Dave's travels, and of course some of the new faces. We had Will on there, and you know, we had Dominic on this past week, and we have a few other surprises. Yeah, Austin Carr, who just placed second at the 212 Chicago, man. So congratulations, appreciate you guys coming on, and I hope you guys enjoyed the different new faces that we've seen. That's our goal, is to try to bring some new faces on. But so we did some shoulders today, and with this workout, I've actually trained like 20 days in a row. So I haven't taken any days off, and I always say that I'm training very easy these days, but I'm actually making progress. I'm pretty happy with my body, and I put out a J-mail yesterday, and I talked about the lack of motivation. And I think for me, like, I always try to find ways that can always help us with, you know, trying to do different routines that keep us motivated. And everyone falls into, hey, you know, I don't feel like training this way or that way, and switching up gyms. I've been training mostly at the Fit Club, which you see behind me. This is what it looks like, and we have an open door back here, and you know, the music is blaring in there. So you guys, when we film these videos, it's really hard to have the music, you know, as loud as it is. So that's why we kind of drape a lot of the music. But today was shoulders. Great workout, a lot of volume, a lot of sets. Dave did train with me today, but I'm going to go through what we did for exercises. So our first exercise was the seated lateral machine. It's a Life Fitness machine, and what I did, instead of facing the machine, I faced it outwards. I always do kind of a pre-exhaust movement for the shoulders, which you know, gets the shoulders warm, and of course leads me into more of the heavy compound movements, which the second exercise was the dumbbell press. I've been doing a lot of dumbbell presses lately. We focused on doing, you know, we started with the side laterals, which we did about 4 or 5 sets there, and we did 2 field sets, 2 warm-up sets, so it was quite a few sets, about 6 total sets. And then we rolled into the dumbbells, went right into the heavy weights. I think I started with 75s, did 4 sets there, really just kind of getting the shoulders going, and I had a pump by the time I did that. So next exercise we did was the side lateral behind the back cable. Now this is an exercise that I like to do because it really pulls on the shoulder quite a bit. And you notice I extend up kind of parallel with the floor. I switch sides, focused on doing 12 repetitions, and we did 4 sets there. So the next was a front raise with a dumbbell. And what I did with these is I did 2 arms at a time. I actually brought them up basically parallel to the floor. You'll notice I did quite a little pause at the top, really kind of get the contraction and hold everything. I did 10 or 12 reps with that exercise, and that's one of my favorites actually. And then I did something really different. I took the hammer back machine, and I kind of stood at an angle, and I kind of pressed out with this, and this really was focused on the side deltoids. You notice I did an extension, really just not a huge movement, but it allowed to get the contraction of the shoulders, bring the blood to those side delts. It was great movement. Did 4 sets there. And then we did, for rear delts, the bent over lateral. So we seated, if you notice, I sat on the hammer strength curl, the single arm curl machine, because that seat drops really low to the floor, and unlike these, I like to stay closer to the floor. It just feels better for me. 4 sets there, did you know, 10 or 12 reps each. Didn't go heavy, went up to 40s on that. And then we did the cable rear fly, which is one of Milos Sarsev's favorites. We crossed the cables in the front. We did 3 working sets here, focused on about 12 reps. I think I pyramided up a little bit in the weight, but this is really one of my favorite exercises. You can go back and see all my videos from all my battle for the Olympias and everything else. You can see that was one of the movements I always did, thanks to Milo Sarcev. And finishing with the dumbbell shrugs. Now, if you ask me one exercise that I feel is most efficient for building big traps, it is the dumbbell movements. Now, it's isolateral, so you do it working one trap at a time. You put the dumbbells in front of your body. You just do, I focused on doing 12 reps. Went up to almost 100 pounds, went up to 95s here. Did 4 sets, or 5 sets there. I lost count. I'm really not really focused on trying to build my traps this much at this point, but just really, just trying to incorporate some movements to bring my back strength. Okay, that's one thing. As I'm training more and more, I want to keep my back healthy and keep that strength in there. So once again, like I said, 20 days in a row working out. I love it. I feel re-energized a little bit. I've been training. This was a little earlier today. We trained at 10 o'clock. So I ate one meal and then went to the gym. And you see it take a little bit of pre-workout, more pump formulas, but and I did drink some aminos and a little sugar while I trained. How was the workout, Dave? You liked it?
Good. It was great, and it was so much more fast-paced than I'm used to. You're always checking up on me, like, is this good? And I'm so not used to that much volume that quick. But it's a good shock to my body. I told you we did legs together last week. I was sore for like 5 days. So I think it's good to have something different, even though it's not my type of training I do all the time. When I train with you, I can totally feel it for days. So I think that's good.
It's just like, you trained, you like that time under tension stuff, okay? Yeah. And I know you did a lot lesser volume when you were training before. And it's always good to shock it up. But what I try to avoid, and what I'm suggestive to everyone that follows these videos, is you should never train so you leave the gym and you're actually in pain. Muscle pain's different, like soreness the next couple days. But if your joints hurt or whatever, you're training wrong. So I think with you, especially as we get a little older, we need to be careful, and we need to train the most sufficient way to be reactive and get, the pump in there, but also get, the muscle breakdown and really just try to repair it. We know you're eating all your meals. I mean, you've been super strict on your diet. Yeah. And I remember, you said last week, man, I'm getting back on a program once you get to Las Vegas. Yeah. And with me, I'm still eating, 4 to 6 meals a day, depending on the days. Being up a little earlier these days. It seems like I can't sleep much past 6:30. So I did get up this morning. I did fasted cardio, which I've been on that program. I did it through the weekend. And as you know, I train through the weekend, which, for me, I wake up every day and I say, we talk every night and I say, you say you're training tomorrow. I said, I don't know. Let's see how I wake up and feel. And it seems like every day I feel good enough to train. I wasn't sore from that leg workouts because I'm used to doing it. I had a good leg workout this past Sunday. I trained legs, but we're just trying to incorporate new things, and we always appreciate all the comments on there.
I got a question though.
Yeah.
So for people have been asking all the time, so I'm just gonna put it on you because they're always asking me. They say, when are we gonna have another jaywalking? And for a while, you actually changed your routine, and you did cardio fasted for a long time, and you stopped for a second, and instead you started training way early, like around 8 or 9 o'clock, and now you just started doing that. So explain to people a little bit why you changed that.
Yeah, someone actually emailed me yesterday, and I said, listen, we put the jaywalking on hold for a minute because, number one, I'm not walking outside. If you guys, I'm not gonna, I know the East Coast is cold right now, but yesterday we woke up and Dave texted me in the morning. Yeah. He's like, damn, I went out this morning, and it was in the 50s for Vegas, and it was 90 last week. And today's beautiful. Today's probably 70, 75. So yesterday was a fluke day. And if you wouldn't want to walk where I was yesterday, because not only was it a little cold, it actually wasn't that cold. It was the breeze. It was the wind. I mean, we had crazy winds. I know California is getting crazy winds with the wildfires right now. So I think, I'm just kind of doing inside cardio. I only did 30 minutes. I did 20 minutes yesterday. And I did 35 to 40 over the weekend. So I'm kind of playing it by ear. So it's really hard to say. I'm sure we'll get something in, whether maybe it's not the first thing in the morning. As you guys know, my neighborhood's pretty loud in the mornings with all the yard work. I think we figured out there's only one day a week that the blowers don't come. And that's usually like Sunday. So unless we get it in, we'll have to see when we'll add it back in. But, I've kind of, there's a lot obviously to talk about, and people are always asking about, I kind of talked about the shows last week and upcoming Olympia, but I don't have much to say other than, what I wake up and I feel like talking about. So I think, our jaywalking about our reminiscing days is always great, but, I'm working on a lot of stuff still right now, and things are going really well. So, we'll kind of keep you posted. We're trying to put out different content.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I'm in Vegas, there's a lot of people that I never had the chance to actually film in Vegas. Because when I used to come, I would come for like literally 24 to 36 hours. So mostly we would film together. But now that I'm here, there's a lot of people that live here that will be able to film now. So we'll focus a little bit more on Vegas and lots of people here.
Yeah, and you know, you guys get accustomed to seeing certain content on there, and I think, you know, we do want to focus on the lifestyle, though we do put a lot of the training in and whatever. It's you know, that's kind of my whole life, right? It's I talk about the training, and a lot of our people that follow us are here for the training aspect and trying to learn techniques. And remember, guys, there's a lot of new people that join the channel right now that, you know, we didn't have last week. I mean, our viewership, I forget what the rise was each month. We have a number that we at least. So
in general, we're about 9 to 12,000. Sometimes 15, 16. Yeah,
so
1,000.
You know, you guys want to share the videos, or you know, kind of
please
talk about it. Like, it's always good. And you know, we haven't done any real heavy trips this year, which that's kind of been missing from our kind of arsenal as far as what we do. We did have a few trips planned, and I did travel the last couple weekends, but it's very limited. So we'll keep up with the content, and you know, there's always stuff to talk about, always news, and you know, I'll be giving my predictions for the Olympia.
Oh boy, we'll have to tune in for that.
So I always appreciate the guys, and you know, as you see, there's a lot of action outside the Fit Club today. Everyone's getting in their cars and moving around. I don't have a VIP parking spot, and as you see, it says no parking, and this guy's parked there right now. But I usually park. My spot usually is where it says no parking over there. So for me.
You have your mural, but no parking spot.
I have a mural, but I guess I'm not efficient enough to have a parking spot. Although I am in the front. That black Suburban is right there.
Not bad.
So appreciate you guys following along. Make sure you guys, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe now, and please comment below and tell me what you did or didn't like about our workout for shoulders today.
All right, cool.
Check it out. What do you think?
What did you get, Big J? People want to know.
This is sweet and sour chicken, little light sauce, and white rice. You can see down there. I hate when they put it in a small bowl, though.
All right.